Welcome back to the Countdown with Dean Kirk, fantasy playlist of February 13, 2022. And I tell you, it is a fantasy playlist. I'll be the first to tell you that. But I'll tell you one other thing. There's no other playlist like this on this planet. Not on planet Earth, or probably not across this galaxy. I'm proud of it. Tell you a lot of pride in it. Loving this song at number 25, down from 16. I knew it was a keeper when I first heard it. At parts of this song, particularly at the beginning of the song, I like the way the synth swells across the sonic landscape of this record like a mini orchestra. And it's basically a pop record on all four cylinders, running on all four cylinders, steered by an irresistible techno beat. It's great for listening to on the radio, on your sound system. It's great to... If you have your own personal dance floor or whatever in your apartment or house or whatever, it's a great song to dance to. It's a dance floor filler-upper. That's right. Dance floor gasoline right there, baby. It is Rival with Get Up at number 25, down from number 16 on my fantasy playlist. His real name is Valentin I can't pronounce his last name. Rief. He's German. R-I-E-F-F, that's how you spell his last name. About 23, 24 years old. Most of the information I got on this fellow came from an article that was printed online over 2 years ago, before the pandemic started. It's a little outdated, but it'll give you an idea of what this guy is all about. Came from a musical family. His mother was a horn player, played horns in an orchestra. He remembers when he was real young. I'll just call him Rival, remembers when he was real young, learned how to play the piano or playing the piano sitting on his dad's knee. So he started on this musical journey when he was very young, got his own home recording studio. He's a musical alchemist, creating a tempest of sounds, issuing from pianos, drums, trumpets, mixing elements like musical test tubes, melodic test tubes of pop and trap. And boy, he's concocted quite a sound on this record. This is about as radio friendly as you're going to get. It's top 10. Man, I know I said it a million times. You're probably tired of hearing this, but I'm going to tell you one thing. This song it's a smash, as they used to say back in the old days. Smash. Smash, no trash, that is for sure. And now, he released a song, might have been an album, but I believe it was a song called Control in 2019. That got him 1 million listeners on Spotify. That's pretty impressive. He joined a platform. Rival joined a platform. Never heard of it until I did a little research on it. Not much. You might have heard of it, called Patreon. Patreon, from what I understand, is an outlet for budding musicians to do their own thing, to express themselves creatively, to garner their own followers, to develop a community of their own followers, their fans and everything, and not having to resort or listen to the dictates of record companies saying, you need to do this, you need to do that, or whatever. They can just kind of do their own thing, which is kind of interesting, because Get Up, this is commercial as hell. But that's what he wants to do. He's joined the platform, Patreon. This was a couple of years ago. He wants to connect with people who are willing to collaborate with him, build a community of fans. He wants to do that. Of course, share his music. I read that he wanted to put out one song a month, doing live streams, put out one song a month. And with Patreon, he is able to take his fans, most avid fans behind the scenes, and show them how he makes his music. And it can be a long and arduous process. He mentioned that it could take 10 hours to concoct or create a drop lead. Boy, I tell you, this is high tech. I remember back in the 80s, songs like True Faith by New Order, and the groups like the Information Society. I called it high-tech disco back then, but boy, we're getting high-tech now. This is nothing compared to this. But I've lost my train of thought. Just bear with me. It's a fantastic record. It's an inspirational record. Oh, one other thing. There was one other thing I want to mention about Patreon. that could be very effective for him that you could do on Patreon. Oh, he wants to offer. He could offer lessons. He wants to offer lessons and production techniques. If a budding musician wanted to learn how to make a song or a record or go into the production end of it, he's got tutorials or wants to develop tutorials. That's my understanding of it. Keep in mind, this is as of 2 years ago. This is from that article, but it was a good article. Inspirational record, too. You're down and out, man. You're getting smacked right and left by life. Woo, boy. And I tell you, it's like that right now here in 2022. Inflation with the war in Ukraine. And, oh, boy. It's enough to get you down. But, quote unquote, here's a line from the song when he gets into the chorus. So when you're down on your knees and nobody is there to be by your side when you need someone's help, get up, get up, get up. And he raises his voice too. He changes. There's some nice chord changes in this song. Some really nice chord changes. I want to talk about trap for a minute because this is one of these hip terms I'm not completely familiar with, but you're probably familiar with, particularly if you're into music. Trap actually originated down here in the South, right here. Subgenre of hip-hop was generated back in the early 2000s. Heavy on drums, particularly the drum machines. One of the original drum machines for trap was, I'm sure Rival's probably familiar with it. It's an old school drum machine, but boy, it was used heavily. I think it's still used even to this day. The Roland TR-808 drum machine. I love to talk about these technical things a little bit for your technical geeks out there. And this is just, oh boy. Well, I got it up. I put it in the top 10. I highly recommend. If you look here's the thing. If you want something to pick you up real good, give you a good feeling, this is the song for you. Whether you like dance music or not, or pop music, and it's just it'd be a nice add to the library. I tell you, I love having this song in my musical library. Indeed, yes, yes. Well, so much for musical alchemy, right? For the time being, I guess I'm done. All right, the song at number 25 on my fancy playlist is Rival, and that's not the only one that he's done. He's had out some other songs too as well. He's at number 25 on my fancy playlist, down from number 16. Dean Kirk signing off. Take care.